What is universal post? What is Zhan Zhuan? What is Poong? Universal post is the crux of all the internal martial arts, because universal post develops what is called Poong energy, which means impulsive power, having to do with effortless power. How does this work? Well, what Poong teaches us is how to align all the structures in the body, all the tissues and bones, in a way conducive for energy flow. This is a medical Qigong system so that the internal energy flows, but it is also a martial system where the very physical, practical, real kinetic energy flows through the body effortlessly as well. That is why it's so useful for martial arts, because it connects the practitioner to the ground in a way where the strikes that the martial artist emits, the guards, the attacks, they're all routed into the ground without having to use structure, physical structure of bracing the legs or muscles to resist. It uses equilibrium. It uses a science of full body connectivity, which takes very precise holds, very precise kriyas, very precise practices that only direct one-on-one instruction can ensure. Anyone can watch a free video on Zhan Zhuan, stand in the post-standing practice, however they teach it, and get some benefit. But to get the real benefit, to actually develop Poong, you have to know every single aspect, every single precise, minute detail of the structure of the body, how to meditate on those structures effectively, and put the body into that Poong state. You need one-on-one instruction to get this. You cannot learn from a book. You cannot learn from videos. I can review your practice through video, and I can provide you with all the information, but unless I see you in your practice, unless I can see you standing, I cannot give you the feedback you need to ensure you will develop this correctly. Because if you practice wrong, you can stand in universal post day after day for years and never get Poong, which is the sad case of many, I would say most, internal martial artists, because after seeing their form, after seeing their post standing, I can point numerous examples of how they are breaking Poong. And most people don't know even what it's about or even how to demonstrate it. And I am qualified to teach this. I'm credentialed from the head of Lineage of the Kua system. Poong is most present and most quickly developed from universal post practice, from this Zhan Zhuan, but also from Tai Chi itself as a martial art. And the Guang Ping Tai Chi is the crux of the Yang style Tai Chi, the crux of Poong development for the internal martial arts in the Kwok family system. Dr. Torres is the head of Lineage, has all this knowledge from Peter Kwok, and has shared it with me, and I'm here to help you now with that information. I am his top student. I am prepared to go to the Sokship Council and test and demonstrate in front of the world's most elite grandmasters of all martial arts styles. Poong development just happens to be the most important aspect of the internal martial arts. Tai Ji, Xing Yi, and Ba Gua all utilize Poong. The medical benefits are so present. Every single attribute from acupuncture can be attained from practicing universal post. It's the simplest to learn. It's the hardest to understand. How does that work? Well, it's very simple to just teach someone to stand here. But it's the hardest to understand because it takes your own intuition, your own development of internal cultivation for that patience, for that integrity to stand for a long period of time to develop it. There are beginners, intermediate, and advanced levels with Poong development. When you first get started, I'll teach you 10 points. 10 points on the body to meditate on. And you can learn this all on your own without review. But once you're advancing from beginners to intermediate, you will need review. And upon the review, upon making corrections, you'll need more practice. And then once you have made those corrections, I'll introduce you to some new points. You start getting into some of the visualizations, some of the internal alchemy, as they call it, where you use the third eye and you visualize chi flowing through the body. This isn't necessary in the beginning stages, but in the intermediate stage it absolutely is, because you want to carry that on into the advanced stages as well. And in the advanced stages, you learn some more pointers. I'll give you the final pieces to the puzzle to develop your Poong to the maximum ability. And then you really are just going to be working on endurance at that point. You're going to be working on learning to stand longer and longer. And by doing so, you will develop Poong. The way that's going to happen is from one-on-one instruction, because you need to have the minute details worked on. If your shoulder is a quarter inch too far forward, or a quarter inch too far back, you're not going to get it. If your chin is not correct, if your spine is not correct, which is the most common defect. A lot of times people have breakages in the spine. I need to see you standing from the side in a video. And we can do Skype, Google Plus, Google Hangout. We can share videos where you can record, send the videos to me upon my instructions, and I can send you back the details on how you can make the corrections. There is a way to do this from long distance, and I'm here to make sure that you can do it. Anyone studying internal martial arts can benefit from this. You need to learn Poong correctly, because if you don't, you will not get the health benefits from your internal martial arts that you're desiring. You will not get the martial benefits from your internal martial arts that you're desiring. You absolutely need to learn Poong development for the internal martial arts, or your internal martial arts will not be up to par with those who do have Poong, because Poong is a martial attribute as well. Poong development is essentially actively elongating the spine and engaging every muscle in the body as one complete unit. And in a way, this is a strengthening system, but it also strengthens the nervous system. So your muscles, your tendons, your joints, they will benefit, but your nervous system will get the most benefit from this. And from nervous system health comes all health. So you want to learn the universal post after you've learned the spinal stretches to get the most from it, because you need to limber up the spine. You need to allow the spine to be opened before you strengthen it for those elongation muscles to reach their full potential. So, if developing Poong, if learning how to cultivate the healing attributes of the internal martial arts and Qigong are something that is right for you, you should contact me for direct consultation. I am here for you. I cannot guarantee that everyone who takes my course and has my one-on-one instruction will develop Poong. However, anyone who has the ability and puts the time in to practice this diligently can and will develop Poong, because it is based on absolute scientific principles. You will learn Poong and you will benefit from it. Poong is most present in people who have reached their adult age body. Once the bones have densified and become harder, Poong becomes present. Anyone under the age of 30 can practice for building a foundation that will set the stage for future Poong development. But the Poong will not be able to be in its full manifest state until someone has reached the age where their bones have come to maturity, because it is predicated off of bone density. That being said, it is an absolute science, and anyone with the ability to learn and the dedication to practice can and will develop Poong by following the steps I lay out in my program. So join me, join Immortal Kung Fu, and learn this system for your future, for your health, and for your empowerment.